the value of the food has to be specific to the dog. Now, there's a lot of people that tell me my dog has incredible food drive.
Oh,
Really?
I agree.
So let's find that out first.
Mm-hmm.
So you said what on a scale of 1 to 10? Now you're going to be reserved.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I'll go back to my original clip.
Okay, so what's M's food drive?
I would have said, I was like a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
Go get M.
All right.
All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to see food drive.
Okay.
What is the food drive?
All right.
That
Going
right
slow.
there.
You right now.
That right there. No. Just.
And it's also, I guess the other part of the question, like managing the leash.
Let's do food drive first.
Okay.
All right. No, just stand still. Don't do obedience, guys.
Oh, what do you
Come
want?
over here.
Oh, okay.
Face the camera. We gotta get you to relax. Like, you're like you look like you just landed a gymnastics routine. Like you're like, you know,
Yeah.
relax.
Okay.
Okay, food drive 101. What is that food drive now?
No.
What? So you said she was on a 10.
Yeah, no.
What? It's right here.
Yeah.
Why isn't she coming to get it?
Because she's thinking about probably getting corrected, right? Pressure.
The pressure over her. Okay, so watch. I need to bring Hadouken over so you can see food drive.
Yeah, dude. Pork chop. Pork chop.
So now what is the dog doing?
She's looking at me asking permission to get the stuff.
Okay, give her permission.
Yeah.
Where's the food drive? So there's a difference between a dog getting food and being happy about it,
Yeah.
and a dog having food drive.
Sure.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So this dog is like, if you're going to give it to me in a nice, safe place, then I will take it. But if anything other than that, I'm not really interested. So here you go.
Interesting.
What's the difference now?
Yeah, it was in a space, like
Yes.
a sneakish.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what does the dog tell you there? If it's just there, I probably can't touch it because it's his food. But if it's in a dish,
Yeah.
it's my food, and that's okay.
Right?
Do you see the difference?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So now let's take a little bit of this delicious Kobe 9-year-old. But see how the dog wants to stay in here?
Mm.
Okay, so it's in my hand, right?
Yeah. She's like leaning way forward. Come on, just look.
Okay, give me a leash. Watch. Now I have a leash. I'm gonna go left hand. I'm gonna go right here. Watch. What do you see? What do you see? Just there's no right answer. Just tell me what you see.
Well, right now she's looking at me.
Well, she looks at the food.
Yeah.
She looks at you. Then she looks at me.
Mm.
Then she looks at the food. So what she's saying is,
Trying to figure out how to get it.
no. She's like, you need to take the food. I'll take it from you. So switch places with me and put this in your left hand. Okay. Now just put your hand down like I had, and look at the difference in the dog. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
The dog is like, okay. So that food drive diminishes when there's pressure.
Yeah.
When there's a vessel, it increases. And then when it's the owner, the dog has a little more trust. But that's going to be different with Jason.
Yeah.
Because he's more pressure.
Yeah.
So what we're measuring here is how does the dog perceive food? Right? So watch. So what's the dog doing?
Going around it.
Okay. So watch. Okay. So you just take the leash. No obedience.
Yeah.
Just walk over there. Just easy, easy peasy. Don't walk around it. You're walking around
Okay.
it. Walk over to it. Okay. No. So you see. So stop for a second. So this is where you have a hard time going like, I did it wrong. Like you're just put pressure on yourself. Just walk. We're not trying to be wrong or right. We're trying to see. Right. So go ahead and just walk through.
Okay.
No, you're correcting the dog. Do you see it? Do you
So
feel
it
it?
should be nice.
Absolutely. Do
Okay.
you see?
All right.
Right. So
All
go
right.
ahead.
Got it.
Just walk. Okay, pick up the food. There you go. Now, just drop it. Now walk. Okay, so what that tells me is that you put food on the floor and corrected the dog for it, but I also think I saw something else. I think that sometimes when you dropped or do drop food on the floor, you said, okay, go get it.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Yes. Okay.
So what that does is it teaches the dog to look away from you for food. Do you know why? Because if I have food here, think about this. Here's food, right? Right there. Which is easier to get? Just watch the dog. Do you understand? Which is easier to get? Now the dog's putting the head lower and lower and lower. So the dog looks to you like, say that word so I can have, this dog looks like a pointer.
Right.
Right? Say the word.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
You're actually
Yep.
teaching the dog to look, that's the focus you want on you.
Yep.
So the
Yep.
dog never gets it off the floor. Never gets it off the floor. So now you've given permission once, right?
Yeah.
So watch. That came over to me, that didn't go where I wanted it to go. That's close. Look at, do you see?
Yeah.
So now watch. Same thing again. The dog is figuring out how to get the food.
Yeah.
Looking at you, looking at me, and the dog is trying to process here. So if I do this, the dog is just going to be like, well, this is a trick. This is a setup.
Yeah.
This is a setup.
Yep.
We just keep dropping the food. And now say the magic word.
Okay.
Again.
Okay.
That's what looks like food drive
Yeah.
is opportunism.
Sure.
She's just
Yeah. Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and back in the day, what I used to do with her as well is like her food dish would be there, right? And just wait for it, wait, and okay.
Well, but that's different than this because remember, it's in the vessel. If it's coming from the bowl, that's fine. What I have a hard time with is, and remember, we're talking about. You tend to want to take blame for shit. So what we're talking about is just drive. That's all we're trying to do is understand. You said this is a 10.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this food drive is a 2.5.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, so when you see a 10, you just it's just not chewy, but like you're just gonna eat it, right? So what we can do, let me just grab something real quick. We can measure.
I do want to see if you do good.
Oh yeah. Alright, so another bag of diabolical shit. This is a vessel. See the dog go right to it?
Oh yeah.
Why is the dog not afraid of that environmentally?
Well, because it usually equals there's food in there.
A lampshade?
Or just like they're a vessel that there's something on the floor is.
Right.
Like that's where the food goes. That's where the food
No problem.
Yeah.
So the dog assumes that when you put something that looks like a bowl on the ground, I can make an association.
Yeah.
But if do you understand that? The dog, you're exactly right. The dog is saying, where's the food? Put it in the bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not a bowl. This is a lampshade. Okay? So if I take this and I put it here, the dog's afraid. Do you see? So the dog coming to it, no problem. It going towards the dog, problem.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Wow.
The goal is to get it so that this can be there and the dog doesn't even see it.
Sure.
So how you do that? See, so she's fighting between the two. Do you see?
Yep.
So watch. You gotta come in and get it. See that? So If you have a dog that has like super high food drive, they won't care.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I
Be
mean?
like, put more on my head.
Yeah, they just don't even know it's there.
Yeah.
They're just myopic, right?
Ah, sure.
So watch. Now let go of your leash, just let it go. So the dog's looking for the easy part. Do you see? I don't even know if the dog knows it's in there. Now the dog knows. Well, see that? So now we're in conflict.
Yeah, that is thing. It's a great tool.
You see how the dog is like? So the dog's doing this. Like
Yeah,
I'm in
yeah, she's
and
like
I'm out.
leaning in.
Yeah. You see how nervous the dog gets?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like jerky little.
So that's the problem, is that food drive is okay, but all it takes for this dog to bug out is just a little adversity.
Yeah.
And it's not, look, noises.
Yeah. Yep. So cool.
So the way that's set up, the dog can't use her eyes. Her eyes are on the outside of the ramp. You see how she can't put her eyes in there?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Sure.
So she has to trust more and more and more and more.
Oh, so cool.
Do you see what I mean?
So cool. Yeah.
You understand that? Her eyes are outside. She
Yeah.
can't put her whole head in there.
Yep.
So she keeps having to take her head out and look. So all those noises that are happening right now, she's associating with a source for you.
Uh-huh.
Do you understand that?
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
what I want to do is,
Yeah.
if I want to build the food drive and I want to build the confidence in the dog, watch, going towards her, watch. So she backs away, but she's still in it, right? Watch. So you can move if you want to. There you go. So watch. The dog is doing logic right now.
Yep.
The dog is figuring something out.
Yep.
Watch. Why is the dog pushing deeper and deeper into the thing that scares it?
Because she had that drive is good.
No human is involved in this. No human is involved in this. This is the dog learning on its own. We're increasing food drive.
Yeah.
We're helping environmentals, and we're building confidence at the same time. But there's a sacrifice here. What's the sacrifice? Kathy always thinks it's like the SAT. That's like military shit. What's the drawback, soldier? What is it?
Figure it out on my own.
Okay, then figure it out.
Yeah.
Jason, how bad do you want to pick that up and learn how to?
Oh, I don't actually. I was going to kick it back to the middle.
Oh, there you go. That's my boy. Walk towards the dark side, bro.
Honestly, the only thing I was like, the little tabs on it, I was like, it's
Yeah,
not
it's a lot weather.
Yeah.
We'll be alright.
I don't know.
I forgot the question. What were you asking?
What's the drawback?
That drama, the microwave.
Oh, here it comes. Watch. Big behavior change coming. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Dog's figuring something out. Watch. What's about to happen? Dog's going to use her mouth. She tried it twice. See it?
Oh,
See it?
Yeah. Wow.
Dogs are fucking fun, man. People don't realize it. Like when you understand what's happening, it's a fucking ball. But so as cool as it is to see how the dog thinks,
Yeah.
now you go, how can I use this to control it to work for me? Oh my god, then you're in sync. Then you're in sync, and the dog's like, this is the greatest thing ever. She hasn't figured it out yet. Stop helping, big boy. Oh, you get the bug out of there?
I don't want her to eat a stink bug.
That's all right. There it comes. Watch. So what I saw her do was pick it up with her mom and getting frustrated.
Yeah.
So frustration builds drive.
Uh-huh.
So when people give the dog food, the dog learns to not have drive, but to be expecting it. Now, when the food isn't presented the right way, see what happened? Daddy leaned forward.
Yeah.
Did you see it? That slight movement. That's how much he represents to that dog. That dog felt that. So let me go back to it. So you're trying to increase the drive, right? So the dog who was terrified of this thing in the beginning is not afraid of it. She's defeating that article. Do you see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're using food there to teach her. There it comes. There it comes. This is what I was waiting for.
That's good.
Frustration builds drive. So when people go, don't frustrate him, don't frustrate him, just give it to him. No, but when you just give it to them, they expect it.
Yeah.
Now, see, did you see it? Did you see it again? Watch the mouth. She's using her mouth. And I saw maybe a third of a second of her thinking about that. This is increasing food drive. But you're also increasing environmental issues. But the drawback is you're sending the dog away.
Yeah.
So I'll take 3 good things for 1/2 of bad things. Right now, look. So watch the dog use its brain.
Yeah, she's like going towards it now. She was backing up.
Holy shit.
I know. She's like, ain't scared. Wow.
What?
So like what in my mind is like,
Look at Shalonda's smile. The smile on Shalonda's face. Point that fucking camera at yourself right now. Oh, yeah. So this is my problem. I think dog trainers know this shit.
yeah.
Do you understand that? Like people are like, why don't you show? Like I don't know what you know and what you don't know.
It's just like it's a beautiful thing to watch her figure it out.
Can you
There she
look
goes.
the
She
game?
almost had it.
Yeah.
Can you bring the camera in close to her? Just come right up.
Oh, there she goes. She's yeah.
Watch. Now that's a pattern interrupt. Watch. Now fuck you. Okay, come on, Shalonda, keep coming. Do you care? Do you see?
That's nice.
Now go back. Just the dog going. Do you see it? Go back up. Shalonda, go.
Jason. Right, the leash is getting around the muscles, she's scared.
A little bit. Do you see?
Yep.
So that interrupts the pattern, right? So with us, if the dog gets scared, and you bring it back with food, this is going down the rabbit hole a little bit. So the dog's sad, you pick the bottle, and the dog is scared, and you're like, up here. You're connecting the fear to the food. What you have to do is let her figure it out, and that this is no big deal.
Sure.
So she's not in super drive right now. Here we go. Now, what is our enemy here?
Oh, but she's starting to get full, right?
So what does that mean?
That she's going to start to lose interest.
Got it.
Or,
Yeah, no, she will. When it gets to a point where the effort isn't worth it anymore,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
So you remember this thing?
So you'd be hitting peak.
There it is. There it is. What do you want? Nothing in there? Nothing in there. You
But
clean
you're,
it.
but you're hitting peak, not so much like with effort, but because she's getting full.
No, it's
right?
effort.
It
Wow,
is.
this dog's fucking smashing this. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So let's make it a little more difficult.
I think it's like her favorite thing on earth now.
Yeah, but it's how you make the association. And we're completely disinvolved with it, right?
Yeah.
So, watch.
This is awesome.
There.
You can move, Sean. You have free roam. You can do whatever you want. I feel your Spielberg coming out.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not the right angle.
There's changes to it, too. So dogs that are environmentally stick shy,
Yeah.
like, can you see how you can build the dog?
Yes,
You can
yes.
build the dog.
Yes, yes.
There's more and more going on in it. Sean, if I could just package that smile on your face. What are you thinking right now?
I'm just one, she's cute, but also I'm like, that's just incredible that she's
I'm not saying
like.
you're so cute.
If you understand, okay, all right. If you can understand how the dog thinks, it opens up a completely different world. But then you also understand that, holy fuck, what have I been doing this whole time? With my bonker and my e-collar and my shit, right? No. What?
Honest, she's having a great time.
Well, but I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
She's actually not having a great time. What she's doing, that's not a great time. That's work. A great time is when you're rubbing her on the couch. She's like, yeah, rub my ass. That's what that's all about. This is work. She's actually probably look at the frustration. She's probably going to have like an irritation on her muzzle, and then what people will do is go, oh, well, we gotta go to the vet for that. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I got boys. So remember the pressure in the beginning?
Yeah, right? She's a community.
Because the truth will set you free, but at first it will hurt like a motherfucker.